Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Blueprint Astrology. I'm Sino, and today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating houses in astrology, the seventh house. Known as the house of partnerships, marriage, and open enemies, the seventh house reveals how we relate to others on an intimate, one on one level and what we seek in our most important relationships. The seventh house sits directly opposite the first house, creating what we call the relationship axis. While the first house represents me, the seventh house represents us. How we merge, compromise, and find balance with another person. It's ruled by Libra and Venus, emphasizing harmony, beauty, and cooperation. Before we explore how each planet and sign influences this house, let's establish what the seventh house governs. This house rules marriage and committed partnerships, business partnerships, open enemies and competitors, legal matters and contracts, and our shadow self, the qualities we project onto others. The seventh house is where we learn the art of compromise, negotiation, and seeing ourselves through another's eyes. It's not just about romantic love, it's about any significant one-on-one relationship that challenges us to grow beyond our individual perspective. Let's explore how each planet expresses itself when placed in the seventh house. Sun in the seventh house. When the sun illuminates your seventh house, relationships become central to your identity. You shine brightest when you're part of a partnership, and you may find yourself naturally taking on the role of mediator or diplomat. You attract confident, creative partners who complement your own solar energy. However, there can be a tendency to lose yourself in relationships or to seek validation through your partner's achievements. Moon in the seventh house. The moon in the seventh house creates a deep emotional need for partnership. You're drawn to nurturing, caring relationships and may have an intuitive understanding of what others need. Your emotional security is tied to your relationships, and you might find your moods fluctuating based on the harmony in your partnerships. You seek partners who can provide emotional safety and understanding. Mercury in the seventh house. Mercury here emphasizes communication in relationships. You're attracted to intelligent, articulate partners, and conversation is likely a key component of your relationships. You may excel at negotiation and counseling others through relationship issues. Your partnerships often involve mental stimulation, shared reading, or communication-based activities. Venus in the seventh house. Venus in its natural domain creates a strong focus on love, beauty, and harmony in partnerships. You're naturally diplomatic and charming in one-on-one situations. You attract beautiful, artistic, or socially gracious partners. This placement often indicates a happy marriage or successful business partnerships, though there can be a tendency to avoid conflict at all costs. Mars in the seventh house. Mars in the seventh house brings passion and intensity to relationships, but also potential conflict. You're attracted to assertive, dynamic partners, and there may be a pattern of power struggles in relationships. You might marry young or enter partnerships quickly. Learning to channel this Mars energy constructively through healthy competition or shared goals is key. Jupiter in the seventh house. Jupiter expands everything it touches, so relationships become a source of growth, wisdom, and adventure. You're likely to attract generous, optimistic partners, possibly from different cultural backgrounds. Your relationships may involve travel, higher learning, or spiritual growth. There's often good fortune through partnerships, both romantic and business. Saturn in the seventh house. Saturn brings lessons of commitment, responsibility, and maturity to relationships. You may delay marriage or partnership until later in life or attract older, more mature partners. Your relationships require patience and hard work, but they tend to be stable and long-lasting. You learn important lessons about boundaries, commitment, and realistic expectations through your partnerships. Uranus in the seventh house. Uranus creates unconventional, exciting relationships that may begin suddenly and dramatically. You're attracted to unique, independent partners who respect your need for freedom. Your relationships may be non-traditional in some way, and you might experience sudden changes or upheavals in partnerships. You need space and intellectual stimulation in relationships. Neptune in the seventh house. Neptune brings idealism, spirituality, and sometimes illusion to relationships. You may have a romantic, dreamy approach to partnerships, sometimes seeing partners through rose-colored glasses. There can be confusion or deception in relationships, or you might be drawn to artistic, spiritual, or healing-oriented partners. Learning to see relationships clearly while maintaining compassion is important. Pluto in the seventh house. Pluto intensifies relationships, bringing themes of transformation, power, and regeneration. Your partnerships are likely to be profound, transformative experiences that change you at a deep level. You may attract powerful magnetic partners, and there can be themes of jealousy, obsession, or control that need to be worked through. Your relationships serve as catalysts for personal evolution. Now let's look at how each zodiac sign influences the seventh house when it appears on the cusp. Aries on the seventh house cusp. With Aries on the seventh house cusp, you're attracted to dynamic, independent partners who can match your energy. You prefer direct, honest communication in relationships and may be drawn to partners who are leaders or pioneers in their field. You need excitement and challenge in partnerships, and you're not afraid of a little healthy competition with your partner. Taurus on the seventh house cusp. Taurus on the seventh house cusp attracts stable, reliable partners who value security and comfort. You appreciate partners who are sensual, practical, and have a strong aesthetic sense. Your relationships tend to develop slowly but surely, and you value loyalty and consistency. Material security and shared values around money and possessions may be important in partnerships. Gemini on the seventh house cusp. With Gemini ruling your seventh house, you're attracted to witty, intelligent partners who can engage you mentally. Communication is crucial in your relationships, and you may prefer partners who are versatile, curious, and socially adaptable. You might attract multiple partners or have relationships that involve lots of variety and mental stimulation. Cancer on the seventh house cusp. Cancer on the seventh house cusp draws nurturing, caring partners who value home and family. You're attracted to sensitive, intuitive partners who can provide emotional security. Your relationships often have a protective, caring quality, and you may be drawn to partners who remind you of family or who want to build a family together. Leo on the seventh house cusp. Leo on the seventh house cusp attracts confident, creative partners who love to shine. You're drawn to generous, dramatic partners who appreciate grand gestures and romance. Your relationships may have a theatrical quality, and you enjoy being admired as a couple. You need partners who support your creative expression and share your love of fun and celebration. Virgo on the seventh house cusp. With Virgo on the seventh house cusp, you attract practical, helpful partners who pay attention to details. You appreciate partners who are organized, health conscious, and focused on improvement and service. Your relationships may develop through work or daily routines, and you value partners who are reliable and supportive of your goals. Libra on the 7th house cusp. Libra on the 7th house cusp is a natural placement that emphasizes harmony, beauty, and balance in relationships. You're attracted to charming, diplomatic partners who share your appreciation for art, culture, and social grace. Fairness and equality are important in your partnerships, and you may have a talent for helping others resolve relationship conflicts. Scorpio on the 7th house cusp. Scorpio on the 7th house cusp attracts intense, transformative partners who aren't afraid of emotional depth. You're drawn to mysterious, powerful partners who can handle your own intensity. Your relationships tend to be all or nothing affairs that involve deep psychological exploration and transformation. Trust and loyalty are paramount. Sagittarius on the 7th house cusp. With Sagittarius on the 7th house cusp, you attract adventurous, philosophical partners who share your love of freedom and exploration. You're drawn to partners from different cultural backgrounds or those who can expand your worldview. Your relationships may involve travel, higher learning, or spiritual growth together. Capricorn on the 7th house cusp. Capricorn on the 7th house cusp attracts mature, ambitious partners who value success and tradition. You're drawn to responsible, goal-oriented partners who can help you build something lasting together. Your relationships may develop slowly and may involve business or career connections. Status and social standing may play a role in your partner selection. Aquarius on the 7th house cusp. Aquarius on the 7th house cusp attracts unique, independent partners who value friendship and intellectual connection. You're drawn to innovative, humanitarian partners who respect your need for freedom and individuality. Your relationships may be unconventional, and you prefer partnerships that feel more like friendships with shared ideals and causes. Pisces on the 7th house cusp. With Pisces on the 7th house cusp, you attract compassionate, intuitive partners who share your sensitivity and creativity. You're drawn to artistic, spiritual, or healing-oriented partners who understand your emotional depth. Your relationships may have a karmic or spiritual quality, and you may need to be careful about maintaining healthy boundaries. The 7th house teaches us that we cannot fully know ourselves without the mirror of relationship. Each planet and sign brings its own flavor to how we approach partnership, what we seek in others, and what we're meant to learn through our closest connections. Remember, the 7th house is about balance, finding the sweet spot between maintaining your individual identity and creating something beautiful together with another person. Whether it's a romantic partnership, business relationship, or even our relationship with our competitors and open enemies, the 7th house shows us how we grow through the art of relating. Understanding your 7th house reveals the blueprint for your most important relationships. It shows not only what you're attracted to in others, but also what you need to develop within yourself to create lasting, meaningful partnerships. Thanks for joining me on Cosmic Blueprints Astrology. If this resonated with you, please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments what planets or signs you have in your 7th house. Until next time, keep well, beautiful souls, and I'll see you in the next video.